Washington now, the Washington Commanders have circled back into the news cycle multiple times. We're now on like the 11th thing now, okay? Like the 11th thing. Remember, they were raided by the facilities, raided by the DEA. Like that has been so lost in all of this. And yet now we're on this 11th thing. And I'm like, if they don't swing the wrecking ball in this instance, it would lead me to believe that probably says something about how the NFL is running its finances, or that maybe there are other teams. I'll put it to you this way. Every other team that has a big, massive stadium, AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
Yep.
You know how much revenue Dallas makes that is not NFL related off the field with AT&T Stadium, all the different things that they rent out that stadium for? Every team with a big, massive stadium that brings in all these, concerts or other games, to that effect. That's a whole lot of revenue that if you wanted to cook the books and you wanted to hide it, maybe it says something about how NFL finances are being run. But I don't know, man, you just tell me, at what point does Dan Snyder, if this is true and he's not like forced to sell the team, I don't know. Basically, there's nothing he can do at that point.
Yeah. How high is the bar, right? Where do you set it? And it's wild to think. I mean, obviously, we've seen it in other sports, but no NFL owner that I'm aware of. I mean, Jerry Richardson's in a different category. No NFL owner has been compelled, forced, required to sell the team. Jerry Richardson did it on his own volition, I guess you'd say, right?
Even in the midst of there was there was
correct. And who knows what people were suggesting, what was good for the league and, all that. And, may have told him what could happen down the road. But that's not, it never happened yet. This is probably as close to the threshold or well beyond it for that matter, as we've seen, at least in recent years. So this is a huge test for the NFL. And to the point you just made, all these stadiums, the NFL encourages building new stadiums every so many years, right? Yep. You got to have the new facilities. You can't be behind the times. In doing so, large costs. Either taxpayers are footing the bill or they're having to, fund these events. The more events that come up now are going to be, the questions are going to be raised similar to what the allegations are here, which is, well, if they're hosting the Final Four and they're having, the Miley Cyrus show and whatever, we're going to look into this as well. If it's happening with one team, they extrapolate it to the other 31. So unless they're aware of Daniel Snyder having some unbelievable dirt on some very, very important people in the league office, it would behoove them to take action on this, I would think.
And what's the old saying? The thief doesn't get caught the first time they steal. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. And so here's another thing. If this is true, if this allegation is true, it stands to reason that if you'll steal from 31 of your partners, maybe you'll steal elsewhere. Maybe there's other things